that time of year. It's the Halloween reading. Check out the weekly reading for full Halloween regalia. Is that even a word? Of course, we have the jumper. Those of you that have watched me for a while, I think I've had this 4 or 5 years now. I got it from the kids section at the supermarket about 4 or 5 years ago, and it's just the best because you can change the colour of the eyes. I mean, it's just insane how good that is, and how many other clothes should have some kind of thing that you can just mess about with. Anywho, it's All Hallows Eve, I think is what we call it. I know, I'm getting all big for my boots now that I can say Samhain. All Hallows Eve, I believe, this evening. So get ready with the bonfire toffee, or the eggs, you know, depending on which way you're doing it. Let me know if you have any plans. Are you taking any kids out? I know. I think the boy's probably going to a fancy dress party or something like that. Having the time of his life. I guess he won't be trick-or-treating. I know. Maybe I'll just go instead. Okay, actually no, that is reversed even. Oof, God, okay. Is it going to be one of those kinds of readings? Yes, clearly it is. Okay, actually that was in reverse. Right, all right. So wherever you're going for Halloween or whatever it is, it's a bit of a thorny day actually when I look at these. I'm going to choose one more overall energy card, but you know, I can't glitter the pumpkin. Oh God, of course I did. Right, well that is a bit weird, but also not weird at all. So, as with yesterday, even though we've shuffled, the devil has come out as the overall energy card. I mean, I know there's a lot of people talking about it because we've had like the lunar eclipse and we've had Scorpio season and this kind of very spooky energy. But we are in a fairly spooky time, and I can feel it. And I feel like in that time, the person who is best as your ally, particularly looking at this reading, is the devil. So make room for the devil in your life. Hey Val. Oh, Val's actually looking. Hi Val. Hi sweetie. I know, we've got bats, we've got you as well. It's all good. Then we get the Eight of Imps, which is the Eight of Wands in reverse, which is either a lack of communication or communication certainly not hitting the spot. You know, it can be a frustrating dialogue. It can be a frustrating conversation with somebody. It can be like, you know, when everything should work out and you've got your thing rehearsed. You know, it can be with family or asking for a pay rise or a romantic discussion or talking to your kids or whatever it is. And in your own head, it's really, really clear. And then it just comes out. Either you do that thing, particularly around full moons and eclipses, where you think, I'm just going to keep my cool. I'm going to use my I feel statements. I feel a little disappointed. You know, that kind of thing where you're supposed to be really, you've been listening to the Gottman Institute thing and yes, I feel, I'm owning my feelings. And then you do it, get to the threshold of the room and outbursts, well, you're a complete bleep, you know what I mean? And another thing. And you kind of watch yourself as a third person thinking, what are you doing? And yet you still do it. And your mouth runs itself. That could happen. I'm not sure it can be suppressed. Do your best. You know, that's all I'm saying. Because we are just human beings and we do what we can do. It could be a right family ding dong. It could be like when the plasterers set two on each other in the street. Anything like that. Then we have the Nine of Swords. I know. Nine of Swords is where you then go over everything you said. and think, oh my God. Either you think, oh my God, or you think, why didn't I, you have all the clever ripostes, and then I would have said this, when actually you didn't. You sort of garbled a load of nonsense and flounced out. You did a big old flouncy flounce. Flounce, my bats are flouncing, look at that. And it was ugly. And maybe you snotted a bit, or you blubbed or something, you know what I mean? Or that time I told you about when I had a row with my friend who lives at the bottom of the road, and we're still best friends, but we were like teenagers, and I was wearing that pair of pink stilettos from Chelsea Girl. Anybody remember Chelsea Girl? And we were on some park thing, and I stomped off, and my foot came out of the shoe, and I left my stiletto behind. And I had a few steps where I thought, do I just go with this and go home one-footed? And then I had to go back and get the shoe. Yeah, you kind of lost at that point, haven't you? Then we have 5 of Imps. 5 of Imps is the 5 of Wands. And the 5 of Wands shows you people practicing fighting. And it's a 5, so there's 5s are not complete ruin or oh my God, it's just a disruption of energy. And when it's the 5 of Wands, it's that the energy is like that, blah, 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 all crumply and stuck together. It's a real communication nightmare. I would go so far as to say better to say nothing at all, and just to let this energy pass. I don't know what the energy is in terms of the astrology. Let's have a look. Cha-ching. Nothing much, apart from the overriding huge astrology that's going on. So keep wise counsel, and wise counsel is silence, I would say. Then we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. I know you're starting to get the feel, aren't you, now that this may be, just one of those readings where you're like, wish I never got out of bed. Happy Halloween, happy All Hallows Eve. I know. Ace of Cups in reverse, just for a few of you, is a sadness. Something's gone wrong. Some feelings are spilt, and they're not being repaired particularly well. And you're both feeling like you got the short end of the straw. And then, to be honest, the only real positive is this one, which is in reverse. But I'll show it you in the upright because it's so nicely done, isn't it? 5 of Pentacles. Now, this card is Mercury in Taurus, and there is a feeling of being left out in the cold. Or for me, it's more of a card of deliberately taking the difficult route. And honestly, the difficult route will be keeping your mouth shut. And unless you're going to ram some Halloween toffee into it, or a massive bite of toffee apple or something like that, don't bother opening it at all. Not worth it. Honestly. Let me know in the comments section though, because I'm extremely intrigued as to this kind of narky energy that we've got going on here. Everybody all mardy and snapping at each other. Anything could happen in the street, Val. Anything could happen. I know. Val's like mardy with everyone, aren't you, sweetheart? Apart from actually when she comes up here where she's really in her element, she purrs a lot. But when she goes downstairs, she's all, stuff like that. Or ginger nuts. She's like that with ginger nuts. Maybe if you got nothing to say, you could just hiss. I think it could be very effective. People would be like, you win. I'll just leave it, thanks. Oh my God. Says it all, doesn't it, when the Samhain card that you get is just broom. I know. Okay, what dreams may come from what you seek? Make room, make way. A clearing need be. Now, you all know that I've been doing some clearing. And I think the charity shop's going to bar me at the door soon. They'll be like, oh my God, that woman's coming in with all that weird stuff in bags. Well, But anywho, okay, this for me is literally clearance. So for some reason, it is a good time to be clearing out your house, your clutter, and also your environment. You may want to be somewhere calm. You may want to not be too near people, and you certainly want to put some distance between you and anybody vaguely antagonistic, because no good can come of it and you're not going to win. Okay, so sweep out, shut the door, stay in. Okay, unless you're going out for Halloween, in which case take the devil with you, or dress up as the devil in costume. Why not? Let me know if any of you are dressing up for Halloween, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.